sorry, but Mr. Tom is not here right now. Please leave a message.
Hermana. Mi hermana. So as you know, or do you know, I am in the middle of reading Bloodmarked. And yesterday I read, I don't want to spoil it, but like between chapter 14 and chapter 16. And like reading those couple of chapters, I'm probably off, but like I remember chapter 16, and like all the adults in this book are making me very mad, to the point that I am like so tired of like the adults in general. But like I think chapter 20 between 22, I'm probably off. When I was reading that chapter, I was like, I want her to be with Nick. And like, I see so many people talking about how they want her with Sal. And I think they say that because they read the book, or like they finished the book. And I'm still in the middle of it. I don't even know if I'm like halfway through the book or not yet. But like, I want her with Nick. But I don't know, really. I'm really excited about third book coming out, and I heard this may be a fourth book, but I'm not too sure about that one yet. And if it is, it's probably not going to come out until next year sometime. Even then, if it is next year, probably it's 2025, probably like 2026. I mean 27, who knows really. But today I really want to make a crochet Kindle sleeve for my Kindle, obviously. And I think I'm going to use that same video that I used for the book sleeve that I made a few years ago. I don't even use that book sleeve, but I really want to start crocheting again. So I think that should like probably kick off like me crocheting again and getting back into that little hobby. I have this big bucket of like yarn and stuff, and I don't know what color. I want it to be green, obviously, because I like green, and my Kindle is green. But then I also like this bluish color, dark teal. Or maybe, I don't know yet. But then I have another color. What's this one? I don't know if I'm even going to do it today. Today is Tuesday. Do I want to read or do I want to crochet? I can also just listen to the audiobook of Bloodmarked while I crochet. I think yesterday I left off crocheting. I finished it. It's cute. It's not the best, but I think for my first like Kindle pouch or Kindle case or whatever, I did a pretty good job. Like I think so. I used this YouTube video where I'll probably tag the creator or like the video. They were making a Kindle, not a Kindle pouch, a pencil pouch. And I just decided, I kind of like how this looks. I could just make it into a Kindle case. So I did that. And like creating the body of it was pretty easy. I think it was called a single crochet. I still don't know like the stitching terminologies like off the tip of my tongue. But yeah, and then so we did the body and then we did the flaps and then we did the heart. And I think my heart, it came out pretty well, but it is kind of wonky. So I think I either messed up. I don't think I did it tight enough. And then we like to close it off. We did the video a slip stitch, but I don't really like how it looks. It looks kind of ugly, but like I said, it is good for my first one or my first time doing something like that. So what you do, you just undo the heart from the clasp and then it opens up. And then you take your Kindle out. I just put this case in there to like kind of stretch it out because I wasn't too sure if I did it with enough space and enough stitching to make it big enough. But I did it so I could carry my Kindle in this case without like the front. So you just put your Kindle in and it slides right in. And then you close it. You have to be gentle with this part because I don't want to mess it up. And boom, my Kindle's in the case. I like it. I said I was going to make my mom one, but I gotta ask her again if she wants one. And then, bing, bong, boom. But yeah, in my opinion, it did turn out nice. And crochet, it's time consuming, but it's actually really fun. Oh wait, I should probably just put my other Kindle in it actually. Look how easy it just fits in there. I'm quite proud of myself. And like now that I started crocheting, I want to make like a ruffle hat. I want to make some beanies. I want to make like this sleeve thingy. It's not a shawl. It's something with a B where it like stops right here, but then it goes like out with your arms. And I want to do that. I want to do some more coasters. A bandana. Because I made one last year sometime and I want to make it in a different color. Like crocheting is fun. It's a good thing. I mean, it's a good hobby to have, like making stuff with your hands. Even though my hands did kind of hurt yesterday after I was doing it. But yeah. So I read listen to some of Bloodmarked yesterday. And I got to chapter 25. So I'm about to start chapter 26 sometime today. And I'm trying to finish this book this week. And I did some calculations. And if I read at least between 70 and 100 pages every day between now and Saturday, I'll be able to finish this book soon. So I'm reading this book, and I'm reading Loving Amir on my Kindle, and I'm only about 20% into that book. But I'm about to sit here, I'm about to do another lesson of Spanish, and I'm going to edit. Yesterday in the Spanish lesson, we learned like husband, wife, brother, and sister. So like esposo, esposa, hermana, hermano. And then before that lesson, we learned, or I guess I learned, not really we, but it was like me amo, imani, se amo, te amo, te llama. Ooh. No, se ama, te llama, and me ama. And then we also learned yesterday. Why do I keep saying we? I also learned like mi amigo, mis amigas, mis amigos. So we'll see what we learn today. I think it's going to be like mom, dad, probably aunt, uncle. But yeah, I need to turn on the light. It's currently raining, and it's supposed to rain between now and Friday. But we're going to Disney on Friday, on Valentine's Day, so hopefully it's not raining too hard. I don't even know what I'm going to wear. But yeah, I'm about to do my Spanish lesson and then edit and then hopefully read for the rest of today. It's only 12:10, so hopefully I can read a good chunk of this book today. I do, because I've been reading it based off of like the parts. So I'm almost at part 3. I want to make it at least as close as I can to part 4. But I don't think I will today. And away we'll go. That's 200 pages. I don't think I'm going to read 200 pages today. We go together like blah 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 dippity doop da. Es un gusto. Es un gusto. Es un gusto.
So beginning with our once upon a time, coming up on our left-hand side is the home to the big bad wolf. Now he was always chasing after the 3 little pigs. One who lived in a house of straw, one with the Borderline, where everything became curious and curious all the time. Bedtime story with Nana's been with enchanted horses, just like Lion Pup, over which Peter Pan took Wendy, John, and Lincoln off to Neverland, where they met First Elton and Princess Jasmine in the marketplace and stole her heart. Well, the two are from different worlds, with the power of light and a little help to achieve. They were married and just living
Too late to alter course, sweeties, and there be plundering pirates lurking in every cove, waiting to board. Sit closer together and keep your ruddy hands inboard. That be the best way to repel boredom.
Metamorphosis. Is this haunted room actually stretching? Or is it your imagination? And consider this dismaying observation. This chamber has no windows and no doors.
Get it, girl. It's me, T-Girl, T-I double girl.
Reporting the flight deck for immediate launch to infinity and beyond.
It is finally Saturday and I have less than 100 pages left of Bloodmarked to read. So I'm in that part where it says only a king. And I'm actually kind of nervous about what's about to happen. Because I think most of the time when you read like fantasy books, like when you have about 100 pages or less to read, that's when like stuff change from what you expect. So I'm kind of, like I said, nervous about what may happen in these last few chapters. But like overall, I am really enjoying this book and I can't wait for the next book next month. I'm also kind of nervous because like what's going to happen in this book that leads into the next book, because obviously I looked to see how many pages Oathbound is, and it said it's about like 600-ish pages. So it's a lot bigger than this one and a lot bigger than Legendborn. But like when I was reading this series as a whole, I guess like the first 2 books, in my mind in this book, after I read Legendborn, I thought like she would be coming into her powers more, like learning about it and like how to control it. So like the first book, Legendborn, is like the introduction, like, okay, this is what happened, this is what you have, this is like the stuff that may happen in the future. In my opinion, that's how that book went. In this book, I'm still currently reading it, I think it's giving us more information. But like I was kind of hoping she will like start working on her powers more, I guess, in a way. So like practicing it, training it, or whatever. And then like the third book, I don't know if it's like a 3-book series or a 4-book series. But like in the third book, my idea is that's when like Camlin is going to happen, and then also we find out who the hunter is and stuff like that. But I really like this book, and I love the part of Volition. Yeah, I like Volition, like that whole section of the book, and then her like, I guess, talking to the ancestors and how that whole area came to be, and how it was a home for like resting, stuff like that. But then I also like that it kind of, I don't know, because all throughout this book, Bree and Sal's relationship has been like growing in a way, so I'm kind of wondering how that's going to play out in the next book. And like between all 3 of them, I don't want to spoil nothing though. Like, will she get a happy ending? But like I still don't know if it's like a 3-book series or a 4-book series, so the story could be continued in past book 3, so I don't really know yet. But yeah, we got less than 100 pages, and then there's also a bonus chapter as well that I have to read. But all in all, I am really enjoying this book. And I will be reading that after I do my Spanish lesson. I just finished Bloodmarked. And as of right now, I can't really get my thoughts across. Because what the heck? Like I know like the last 150-ish pages of a fantasy book can either, oh gosh, it just turns a different way. And I was not expecting this ending. And I am so thankful that I've waited a very long time to read this book. Because if I read this book like last year sometime and I had to like wait a couple of months for the new book to come out, I would not have been well. Like I mentioned, I enjoyed this book and I love this book, but I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. But like I feel like with all books in like cliffhangers, so you could like the next book. But this book ended on like a cliffhanger, and now we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know anything. All I know is on March 4th, 2025, I am waking up and I'm driving to my nearest Barnes & Noble and I'm buying that book that day. And I'm going to read it that day too. As far as rest of today, I still need to try to finish. I'm not going to finish that book today. Loving Amir. And I also need to start on my February TBR list because we have, today's the 15th. we have roughly around less than 2 weeks left of February. And I really want to finish my February TBR list because I was thinking instead of doing like a March TBR, I want to start working on my 25 books for 2025. And I thought about for March just reading like the Hunger Games series because the next book in that series come out that month as well in March. So I think I want to do that. Bloodmarked is also on my 25 book for 2025, so that's at least one book down, and I have 24 left to go. But yeah, I still need to read the bonus chapter, and then I'll officially be done with this book. But jolly good indeed.